But she was fired last week and believes many other staffers, nurses included, were fired for the same reason.
For how long will Paul Manafort be sentenced to prison? CBS's Stephen Portnoy reports we will find out some of that today.
Today's proceeding is the first of 2 sentencing hearings this month for the president's former campaign chair. For the 8 financial crimes a jury convicted him of last year, Paul Manafort could be sent to prison for the rest of his life. Sentencing guidelines call for a term of 19.5 to 24 years.
Seafood. We eat a lot of it, but what are we eating? Live to CBS's Peter King with the story.
Jim, we're not eating the fish we think we're eating at least 1 in 5 times. That from non-governmental organization Oceana, which analyzed the DNA of nearly 450 fish it bought during 5 months last year.
It could be because somebody wants to sell a cheaper fish at a higher price, or if they're trying to fill all the orders for salmon and there's not enough salmon, they may swap something else out.
Oceana's Beth Doyle says the more expensive the fish, the more often it's mislabeled, with the most fraud committed by restaurants and small shops. Jim?
Shocking announcement from longtime Jeopardy host Alex Trebek telling the world he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer, which he says he will fight.
Truth told, I have to, because under the terms of my contract, I have to host Jeopardy for 3 more years.
Ahead of the market's opening, S&P futures are down 92 points. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Let's have a chat about your debit card, the card you use for the things you buy every day. What if you could get cash back every time you bought those things? Well, now you can. Introducing Discover Cashback Debit. Just open a Discover bank account and start earning 1% cash back on up to $3,000 in debit card purchases every month, automatically. Plus, there are no monthly fees or minimum balances. Now you can get cash back on the way you like to pay. Open a Discover bank account and get the debit card with cash back. Go to discoverbank.com/debit. Limitations apply. Excludes money market accounts. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, not to brag, but Buffalo Wild Wings is the official chicken wing of the NCAA. Yep, soak it in. You know who isn't the official chicken wing of the NCAA? Your couch. Because your couch doesn't have a partnership deal with the NCAA. So do you want to be home on your couch, the official nothing of the NCAA? Or do you want to be at Buffalo Wild Wings, the official place that has lots of TVs and beers and screaming fans, and it's officially better than your couch for college basketball? Buffalo Wild Wings. Please drink responsibly.
You may have noticed it's harder to hear music made by Michael Jackson these days. CBS's Matt Piper reports.
It started in Canada, but now more radio stations around the world are banning the music of MJ. The news comes in the wake of Leaving Neverland. The HBO documentary detailed sex abuse allegations made against Michael Jackson. Multiple radio stations in New Zealand have pulled the music, including broadcaster MediaWorks, which says it's a reflection of its audience and their preferences. Earlier in the week, 3 major Montreal-based radio stations pulled his songs too. Matt Piper, CBS News.
The boys just want to dance. And now a federal appeals court is ruling that 2 Minnesota teenage boys must be allowed to compete on their high school's dance teams. The state high school league's bylaws say those teams are for girls only. The boys sued, and appeals court agrees, citing the 14th Amendment requirement of equal protection under the law. I'm Jim Taylor, CBS News.
With the stock market at all-time highs, cash in your profits now and invest in an asset that can potentially pay for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC-defined accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. Call now to learn how you can potentially achieve 20 or more years of income and deduct 100% of every dollar invested against all forms of income. Call 1-800-803-8511. Invest in your future and buy oil. Encore is drilling in an area that is potentially one of the most prolific horizontal oil plays in the entire country. Oil prices are projected to rise, so you need to own a piece of an oil field. Encore Energy is the most active oil and gas operator in its core area of operations. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 1-800-803-8511. You will be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 1-800-803-8511. Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
BG Tire is way more than just tires, though they are the perfect fit for your new tires using your tax refund. Plus, they're your full-service tire and automotive center. They offer pickup and drop-off service to your home or business to save you time. Alignments, oil changes, and brake work, BG Tire does it all, including emergency roadside assistance 24 hours a day. Put your faith in the company that Bowling Green and Glasgow have trusted for over 4 generations. BG Tire, across from BG Home Furnishings on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
And a very pleasant good morning, everybody. We are waking up with a temperature reading of 30 degrees here at WCLU. That's an improvement from where we have been over the last couple of days, and we're going to run with it, indeed. We've got some precipitation up just around Elizabethtown that looks like it's light rain right now, but it could maybe have a few frozen elements to it as we make our way through today. I think what we're going to do is check in with Ray Stajic at the Weather Channel and get a handle on where we're going this morning, Ray.
Clouds starting to come on in. Temperatures are up just a little bit, and I can't rule out maybe a couple of snow flurries based on what I'm seeing on radar this morning to our northwest. That best chance may be to our north, but anyway, nothing should accumulate. Then it gets tricky tonight. I think a cold rain will be developing. We'll fall back to about 34 degrees. There could be a little bit of snow to the north. We mentioned that yesterday. Then rain early tomorrow, then showers tomorrow afternoon up to 47. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms as a stronger system approaches, so it's actually two separate systems. And we'll get into the low 60s on Saturday. Then a cold front will go on through. And it'll dry us out on Sunday, but temperatures will stay in the low 60s. More clouds, day and sun, mid-50s by Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, thank you there, Ray. Let me look at the current conditions here this morning. The barometer, well, where did I put the current conditions? The barometer is at 30.11 this morning. The winds are calm. Humidity is at 81%. Now, I'm looking at the constant coverage and studio radar screen this morning, and we are showing precipitation stretching from, we're stretching from about Evansville, Indiana, all the way over to the area around Elizabethtown this morning. If you're driving north on I-65, and here we are just a couple of degrees below freezing, there could be a little bit of, let's call it some frozen precipitation up there as we are trying to make sure that we get safely. We just want to bring that up. Let's just drive with caution up there. And we had Ray in there kind of telling us about where we stand, and we want you to be sure and drive cautiously today. Let me jump over here now and tell you that it's 30 degrees. And before we get much further down the road, we're going to jump over here and take a look at the birthdays for today. That's right. This is the seventh day of March. And we've got birthdays out there to make sure we celebrate with special folks on their special day. Here we go. First of all, today it's Bonnie Hayes. Bonnie, we understand, is 63 today. Destiny Gaskin is 15. Betty Coulter. Jackie Smith. It's Ellie Collier, who's 10. Sybil Kidd has a birthday today. Cindy Dillahay. Sharon Post. Happy 90th birthday to Lucille Elmore today. Anniversaries, the 20th anniversary for Steve and Lori Sloan. It's their 20th anniversary today. And then we have Todd and Donna Gray with an anniversary today. And Robert and Tanya Clapp. Happy anniversary to the Clapps. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, we're here for you at WCLUradio.com. And we have Brennan Crane in the newsroom this morning with a lot of local news to report to you. We'll return here on the Live and Local 6 o'clock morning edition.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated associated with living longer. 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
The funeral services at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home are as unique and distinct as the individuals we serve. A funeral can reflect the hobbies, passions, and special interests of the one being remembered. We work hard to make each service as memorable and meaningful as possible, but we can only do it with your help. We can help you arrange a funeral that will express who you really are. Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home in Glasgow, serving all with dignity and respect since 1899.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. The Glasgow Police Department is hosting a car seat safety check this afternoon. The safety check will include installation of existing child safety seats by a certified technician, and expectant mothers may receive a new child seat if needed. The mother or child must be present. The check will be at the Glasgow Fire Department Station 2. It is located at 130 Cross Street in Glasgow off of the 31E bypass. Last Monday, the Kentucky State Police Post 3 Bowling Green received a call from the Warren County Sheriff's Department requesting assistance with an investigation of a two-vehicle injury collision. The collision had occurred on Russellville Road involving a passenger car and a pickup truck and took place near the Logan County line in the Rockfield community of Warren County. A preliminary investigation revealed that Jeffrey Klein, 49 of Bowling Green, was operating a 2007 Chevrolet pickup while traveling eastbound on Russellville Road. Klein's vehicle was towing a tandem axle trailer. Malia Duncan of Russellville was operating a 2010 Nissan Murano SUV and was also traveling eastbound on Russellville Road. Duncan's vehicle approached from behind, striking the rear of Klein's trailer and its contents. Upon impact, the SUV crossed both eastbound lanes, entering the median, coming to final rest in the left westbound travel lane of Russellville Road. The pickup came to final rest near the right shoulder of the eastbound lane. On Tuesday, March 5th, at 12:38 in the afternoon, Malia Duncan, 36 of Russellville, succumbed to her injuries sustained in the motor vehicle collision. She was pronounced deceased at the hospital by doctors with TriStar Skyline Medical Center. The investigation continues and is being conducted by Trooper Kevin Mayfield and Trooper Daniel Priddy with KSP Post 3. Yesterday, a Kentucky zoo has closed while engineers study a newly discovered sinkhole nearly as large as a football field. Louisville Zoo spokeswoman Kyle Shepard told news outlets the sinkhole was found Wednesday in an undeveloped area away from any zoo animals. She said no people or animals were reported injured and no buildings damaged. Louisville Metro Emergency Services Director Jody Myman says officials estimate the sinkhole is about 50 yards by 85 yards, or 45 meters by 75 meters, and about 50 feet 15 meters deep in spots. The nearby Louisville Mega Cavern also said Wednesday it is temporarily closed because of a 3.4 earthquake reported Tuesday in neighboring Tennessee. Officials said they haven't determined whether the earthquake caused the sinkhole. Myman says causes could include rain or, quote, natural occurrences underground. By a vote of 16 to 1 to 1, the House Judiciary Committee has voted along bipartisan lines to approve a measure that would make Kentucky the 34th state in the nation to legalize medical marijuana. House Bill 136, sponsored by Representative Diane St. Ong of Fort Wright and Representative Jason Nemes of Louisville, is aimed at helping Kentuckians find relief from the pain often associated with chronic illnesses. The measure is the product of numerous compromises and discussions with a broad range of stakeholders. Notably, the bill no longer allows consumption of medical marijuana by smoking. It also prohibits the, quote, home-grown element formerly in the legislation, which allowed up to 6 plants to be cultivated by patients themselves, and establishes a list of qualified medical conditions to provide guidelines for a recommendation. According to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, 4 out of 5 people who try heroin started with prescription opioids. Other studies have shown that states with legalized medical marijuana see prescription painkiller overdose rates at 25% lower than states who do not have legalized marijuana. Medical marijuana, that is. Neither Nemes nor St. Ong support the legalization of marijuana for recreational purposes. Under the terms of the legislation, the use of medical marijuana would be regulated by the Public Protection Cabinet. The bill now advances to the full House of Representatives for consideration. It has 43 co-sponsors, including members from both parties. It's currently 6:17, 30 degrees here at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
It's been another great week to be a Scottie. Glasgow High School Chorus will be presenting Guys and Dolls this weekend with performances on Friday and Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2. The price of tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Advance tickets can be purchased online at ghsmusical.ludus.com or at the door the day of the performance. For all students, homework help will be offered every Tuesday and Thursday morning starting at 7 a.m. If you would like help with study skills, organization, test preparation, or completing an assignment in any subject, this is for you. Tuesday morning sessions will be held in room 225 with Miss Schuler, and Thursday morning sessions will be held in room 118 with Miss Stahl. Sign-ups for volleyball are on Miss Wilson's door. Please sign up if you plan to try out for volleyball next year. Open gym schedules will be out soon. You must have a KHS AA physical on file to participate in open gym. There will be a parent meeting tonight at 5 in the cafeteria for track. Congratulations to the Lady Scotties for their win over Russell County in the first round of the region tournament. Unfortunately, their season came to an end as they lost to Bowling Green on Monday night. Congratulations to Amanda Lee, KJ Hughes, and Ashanti Gore for being selected to the 4th Region All-Tournament team. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scottie Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
In more news, the pilot rollout of Kentucky's new secure driver's licenses, spearheaded by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, is scheduled to begin in early April in Franklin and Woodford counties. A phased county-by-county rollout extending to the remaining 118 counties will begin 2 to 3 weeks later and conclude within a 2-month period. The altered schedule will not impact benefits Kentuckians can access using their current driver's license, thanks to a federal extension form from the Department of Homeland Security that allows airport security checkpoints and military bases to accept existing card versions for U.S. air travel and entry. During the testing phase, every combination of a potential applicant's unique considerations are run to ensure the process is operational for the clerks and card vendor. Examples like age, veteran designation, card version, commercial driver, and citizenship. The system demands a high level of customization to factor in Kentucky law and cabinet policies. In early April, Circuit Court clerks' offices in Franklin and Woodford counties will receive new equipment and to begin offering new card versions to county residents who are within their renewal period. Additional counties may be added to the pilot phase if necessary. The remaining county-by-county schedule will be announced in April. Kentuckians are encouraged to prepare for the changes by gathering, updated, and requesting required documentation if they plan to apply for a voluntary travel ID card version. More information can be found at drive.ky.gov/confidentky. Teacher protests in Kentucky appear to be continuing as the state's largest school district shut down because of too many absences. Jefferson County Public Schools closed Wednesday because the district said it did not have enough substitutes to cover the large number of teachers who called in sick. Last week, Jefferson County was one of 6 districts that closed after a grassroots education advocacy group urged teachers to call in sick. But Wednesday, the group Kentucky 120 United said it had not asked for teachers to protest. The Jefferson County Teachers Association also said it did not ask teachers to call in sick. Educators are concerned about several bills in the legislature, including scholarship tax credits for private schools and changing who manages the pension fund. And months after a Kentucky high school student was vilified following his interaction with a Native American protester, the state legislature is advancing a bill that would make it a crime to publish personal information of a child online with the intent to harass or intimidate. A Kentucky State Senate committee approved Senate Bill 240 on Wednesday. It would make it a misdemeanor to publish minors' information such as home address or the school they attend, known as doxing. 3 Democrats voted against the bill, citing concerns it would violate freedom of speech. In January, 16-year-old Covington Catholic High School student Nick Sandman was targeted after his interaction with a Native American protester was posted online. Sandman's father, Ted, told lawmakers his family is living in a nightmare. It is 6:22, 30 degrees at WCLU. Up next, Kentucky News Network.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatman. Jefferson County Public Schools are closed today due to too many teacher absences. It's the second straight day the state's largest district has canceled classes due to teachers calling out. The absences by teachers are part of an ongoing protest over bills making their way through the state legislature. Oldham and Bullitt County schools are also closed today due to the absences. Despite the protest, a bill giving additional powers to the JCPS superintendent is moving on to the full House. The bill passed through the House Standing Committee on Local Government yesterday. Supporters of the bill say it would give the superintendent more freedom to create a positive change within the school district. A bill that would legalize medical marijuana has passed a House committee. House Bill 136 would legalize medical marijuana in the Commonwealth. Supporter, Republican Representative Jason Nemes.
Well, the good thing about this bill is the people who need marijuana to help themselves, that product they'll be buying at the dispensary will have been tested to make sure that it's safe.
33 other states have passed medical marijuana legislation into law. Williamsburg police now warning parents and school leaders after seizing hundreds of e-cigarette packs loaded with high levels of THC, the active ingredient in marijuana. Police say the vapes could be toxic to first-time users. The illegal vapes contained at least 90% THC. And a Lexington man who was reported missing is dead.
Maryland State Police say 31-year-old Avery Smothers was found dead Wednesday morning after his vehicle was found down an embankment on Interstate 68 in Cumberland, Maryland. A witness saw the vehicle and alerted troopers. Smothers was declared dead at the scene. It appeared he was ejected from the vehicle. Smothers was reported missing Sunday. He had left Kentucky last week and was driving to visit family in Maryland. I'm Suzanne Duvall.
I'm Jaleesa Chatman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
To join a new gym? Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamblin, has some tips before you sign on the bottom line.
Before you join a gym, determine your priorities. Take a tour, ask if they offer a free trial, and take your time making a decision. Understand the introductory offers and cancellation policies. BBB often receives complaints against gyms because the customer didn't read the terms and conditions. And don't forget to check out your local gym at bbb.org.
You know, for visiting teams, the trip to the home court of the Big Blue usually ends in disaster. But for every disaster that happens off the court or field, call the fire, water, cleanup, and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. That's where you'll find the team that's faster to any size disaster, thanks to 27 locations across Kentucky. So when fire or water threatens your home or business, call on the Big Green Vans. It's 1-800-SERVE-PRO, that's SERVPRO, or ServePro.com. Go Big Blue!
South Central Kentucky Monuments would like to remind you that a special concert featuring the Heritage Messengers Southern Gospel Quartet at the First Church of God on Glenview Drive in Glasgow. That concert will be held this Saturday, March the 9th at 6 p.m. and there is no cost for admission. Just come on out and enjoy the sounds of the Heritage Messengers in concert at the First Church of God, 1517 Glenview Drive in Glasgow, Saturday at 6 p.m. A reminder from South Central Kentucky Monuments.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:26, and we have 30 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Georgia Gravens Owens, age 86, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at Signature Healthcare. Arrangements for Georgia Gravens Owens are incomplete at this hour, but under the direction of the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Joe Lane Travis, 87, of Glasgow, died peacefully in his sleep on Monday at T.J. Sampson Hospital. Born in Temple Hill, July 6, 1931, to the late Yancey Terrell Travis and May Lane Travis. Shortly after graduating from Tompkinsville High School in 1949, he enlisted in the Kentucky National Guard. He served with the local Battery A 623rd Field Artillery Unit from January of 1951 to September of 1952 in the Korean conflict. After the war, in his reserves, he reorganized the unit and would later be the first Korean War veteran to become a battalion commander. He was also a member of the Judge Advocate General's Corps. After 30 years of service, he retired with the rank of lieutenant colonel. He completed his pre-law at Western Kentucky University after returning from Korea. In 1954, he then attended the University of Kentucky, where he received a law degree in 1957. It was while attending UK he met his late wife, Mary Lou Copeland of Stone, Kentucky. In 1960, he and Mary Lou decided to move to Glasgow, where he would begin his law practice, and they would raise a family. During the course of his legal career, he would practice in partnership with Louis Nunn, Barlow Ropp, and Walter Wynne Davis. He later opened an additional law office in Tompkinsville. He was president of the Glasgow Jaycees and vice president of the state Jaycees and president of the Barron County Bar Association. He also served 3 terms as the Glasgow City Attorney. When law partner Louis Nunn became governor, he appointed Travis to the Public Service Commission, the Western Kentucky University Board of Regents, and to the State Airport Zoning Commission. In 1981, he was honored to have been elected to serve in the Kentucky State Senate, representing the people of the 9th District until 1987. He was named the most dependable Republican senator in his first session by fellow legislators. In the 1990s and beyond, Travis served briefly as a Barron County Domestic Relations Commissioner. After 58 years of law practice, health issues forced him to close a few years ago. He is survived by a son, Thomas Lee, and wife Lisa Travis of Lexington, 4 daughters, Mary Jo Corbin and husband Jeff of Glasgow, Diana K. Compton and husband Craig of Seattle, and Holly Lane and husband Mark, and Amy Elizabeth Carter and husband Todd, all of Glasgow. 7 grandchildren, Tom Travis and Lauren Snyder of Lexington, Diana Hogg, Tanner and Landry Carter, Cody and Connor Lane. A memorial service for Joe Lane Travis will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home with interment for Joe Lane Travis and in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Glasgow Chapter 20 of the DAV will provide military honors at the cemetery. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 on Friday and after 9 o'clock Saturday until time for services at the funeral home. Memorials are suggested to the South Central Kentucky Veterans Support Office at 315 South Green Street in Glasgow. William Howard Bob Sturdivant, 88, of Railton, died Tuesday in Bowling Green, son of the late Carlos and Hortense Kinslow Sturdivant. Bob was a U.S. Army veteran, a former employee of Firestone, a farmer, and had operated a lawn mowing business for many years. An avid UK fan, he enjoyed auctions, and he attended the Shiloh General Baptist Church. In addition to his parents, he was preceded in death by his wife, Jean Sturdivant, a son, Donnie Sturdivant, a brother, Jewel Sturdivant, and a sister, Helen Reed. He is survived by 4 children, Danny Sturdivant of Indianapolis, Dina Caldwell of Park City, Doug Sturdivant of Smiths Grove, and Dennis Sturdivant of Glasgow. 5 stepchildren, Dwayne Watt and Terry Dale Watt, Lisa Watt, Deborah Watt, and Melanie Harden, all of Bowling Green, and his companion Wanda Moore. 9 grandchildren, Tanya Carpenter, Sheila Pace, Tammy Wilson, Angie Roberts, Jake Sturdivant, Hannah Sturdivant, and Megan Sturdivant, J.R. Kitchens and Michael Kitchens, and 11 step-grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren, along with a sister, Mary Lockhart of Railton, 2 brothers, Andrew Sturdivant of Railton and Larry Sturdivant of Alabama, and several nieces and nephews. The funeral service for William Howard Bob Sturdivant will be Monday at 2 o'clock at Shiloh General Baptist Church, burial in the Shiloh Cemetery. Visitation will be at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home on Sunday from 2 until 8, and Monday morning from 8 until 10. Visitation will continue Monday at the Shiloh General Baptist Church from 11 until the funeral hour. Louise Todd Manco of Bowling Green died Tuesday at the medical center. Survivors include 2 daughters, Barbara Ann Manco and Virginia Vincent, a granddaughter, Amanda Vincent, and several nieces and nephews. Service for Louise Todd Manco will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Burial in the Penn's Chapel Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 p.m. Friday at the funeral home. Elmer Dale Huffman, age 93, of Bee Spring, died Monday in Bowling Green. He was a former Kentucky State Trooper and retired from Edmonson County Schools as a teacher in 1988. He was also a member of the Brownsville Missionary Baptist Church, Edmonson County Historical Society, and the Washington Meredith Masonic Lodge No. 355 F&AM. He is survived by his wife, Helen Huffman, 1 son, Clyde Huffman of Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, 3 grandchildren, Chad Huffman, Christina Mills, and Shannon Daniel, and 8 great-grandchildren and 3 great-great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Elmer Dale Huffman will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel. Interment to be in the Brownsville Cemetery. Visitation will be from 5 until 8 on Friday and from 9 until 11 o'clock on Saturday. Memorial contributions can be made to the Edmonson County Historical Society. Funeral services for Danny Depp Harbison, age 60, of Summer Shade, will be today at 1 o'clock at the McMurtry Funeral Home. That will be today at 1 o'clock at the Summer Shade Christian Church. Burial will follow in the Summer Shade Cemetery. McMurtry Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Funeral services for Rudy Van Meter, age 62, of Bee Spring, will be held at 2 o'clock Friday at the Jock United Baptist Church. Interment to be in the church cemetery. Visitation from noon until 8 today at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel, and after 10 o'clock on Friday at the church. Memorial contributions can be made to the American Cancer Society. Funeral services for Christopher Dale Chris Gentry, age 42, of Smiths Grove, will be at noon Friday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Shiloh Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 12 noon. Funeral services for Roy Newts Simmons, age 75, of Wingfield, will be at 11 o'clock Friday at the Wingfield United Baptist Church. Interment to be in the church cemetery. Visitation is in progress at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel, and after 10 o'clock today at the church. Services for Mary Lou Jones, 85, of Temple Hill, will be today at 2 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials will be in the Poplar Log Cemetery. Service for Jerry Lee Ryan, 76, of Glasgow, will be today at 11 o'clock at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Services for Jimmy Ray Phelps, age 59, of Edmonton, will be today at 11 o'clock at Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burials to be in the Garrett Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow. Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to
Lexington. Exciting contests all throughout the day yesterday. Probably the big upset yesterday was Campbell County defeating John Hardin 61-60. Other contests, it was Louisville Trinity over Johnson Central 70-28. Walton Verona down Knox Central 76-54, and Ashland Paul Blazer downing Owensboro by a final of 58-60. The action resumes today, starting off at about 11 o'clock this morning. Butler out of Louisville takes on Perry County Central, and that'll be followed by Covington Catholic against Scott County. And then in the evening session, tonight's Lincoln County versus Madisonville North Hopkins, and out of our own 4th region, Warren Central will take on Mayfield in the nightcap tonight. That'll be about 7:45. And, of course, we have each and every game of the boys' tournament and the girls' tournament here on WCLU WCLU. Be sure and join us for all the action. That's the Check of Sports.
Congratulations. Are you excited about the new job?
Yes, but I don't know what to do with my 401k.
That's a big decision. As a Modern Woodman financial representative, I can explain your options and help you to make the best choice. I'm Anthony Mike. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Good morning from WCLU, 636 and 30 degrees. What do you think we find out about the weather picture? We're going to check in with the one and only Ray Stajic to see where things are going now.
Clouds starting to come on in. Temperatures are up just a little bit, and I can't rule out maybe a couple of snow flurries based on what I'm seeing on radar this morning to our northwest. That best chance may be to our north, but anyway, nothing should accumulate. Then it gets tricky tonight. I think a cold rain will be developing. We'll fall back to about 34 degrees. There could be a little bit of snow to the north. We mentioned that yesterday. Then rain early tomorrow, then showers tomorrow afternoon up to 47. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms as a stronger system approaches, so it's actually two separate systems. And we'll get into the low 60s on Saturday, then a cold front will go on through. And it'll dry us out on Sunday, but temperatures will stay in the low 60s. More clouds, day and sun, mid-50s by Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's see here. The constant coverage in studio radar screen this morning shows a little precip, mostly in the way of some light, actually probably snow flakes is what we have, up just between Louisville and Elizabethtown this morning. There's more of a snow, though, back in southern Illinois, we notice on the radar screen, but nothing is really going to bother us. Ray's fairly confident it's going to stay to our north. Now let's look at the current conditions. The barometer this morning is at 30.38. The winds are calm, humidity at 81%, and no precip in the past 24 hours. From the WCLU studios, it's 30 degrees at 6:37.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
That's right, Ralphie's Fun Center. You know what they do. Whatever they do, it's fun at Ralphie's Fun Center. Now let's get over here and tell you about some of our honorees here today on the Birthday Anniversary Club. Where did I put that paper? I've got Kelly Milan having a birthday. Miss Kelly, your husband Bill called up to wish you a very happy birthday, and we want to chime in with that too. Jane Britt, happy birthday to you, Jane. It's also the 63rd birthday of Bonnie Hayes today. Destiny Gaskin is 15, and I believe it's Nana and Papa who called up to wish Destiny Gaskin a happy 15th birthday today. Miss Betty Coulter, Miss Jackie Smith. It's Ellie Collier. Ellie is into the double digits today. Ellie is 10. Sybil Kidd, happy birthday to you, Sybil. Cindy Dillahay, Sharon Post. The 90th birthday today for Lucille Elmore is ongoing here today. Anniversaries, yes, the 20th anniversary for Stephen and Lori Sloan. The anniversary of Todd and Donna Gray, and for Robert and Tanya Clapp, congratulations. 651-914-9800-956-1023. Online, we are here for you. WCLUradio.com. Might as well go ahead and remind you that we are patting on the back today by special request the gals who've earned it. It's a Barron County High School Trojanet Basketball Team Day. Yes, the community is all abuzz, wanting to congratulate the Trojanettes. It's a week from today when they're going to be playing in the state Sweet 16 at Rupp Arena in Lexington. So we want to be sure and begin a week of celebration and patting them on the back and letting them know they're good as gold from WCLU. And a little taste of Texas, okay? Okay, 20 till 7. The archive straight ahead.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow. Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 19...
Well, here we go. Yes, we go with the archives. We've got 100 years worth of things that have happened around here and have been positive happenings in many cases. A few negative things here, but being totally transparent, we report the bad and the good here on the archives here each and every day on WCLU, as made possible by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length. Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
I am tickled to say good morning to Mr. Sam Terry, who is up and running today and just enjoying the beauty of the day. We warmed it up here to 30 degrees, Sam. Not a bad start today, you think?
No, and hopefully we're going to enjoy a little bit more maybe spring-like weather as the week goes on.
Yeah, that's right. It has a nice sound to it. And, of course, don't forget we're going to fast forward here on Sunday into daylight savings time, so I suspect we're going to notice several changes around here in the next little bit, sir. Why don't we go back 100 years and look at some of the things that we have to share. But before I do that, let me get on over here. Let's don't let time run out here, Sam, on the exhibit up at the Cultural Center, the Black History Month exhibit that's going on till the 21st of March, Churches of the Barons exhibit in the Snavely Gallery up on the second floor of the museum. You got to get those on the to-do list in order to get them done. And there's plenty of time. Just don't mess up on that, you know. I run out of time on a lot of things like that. And I blame myself. Because who else is there to blame? All right, Sam, let's go back 100 years. 1919. A little news story here about school. Education has always been an important part of this community. And 100 years ago today, sealed bids, it was announced, will be received at the next meeting of the Board of Education on Monday, March the 17th at Superintendent Toddy's office. Now, these bids are going to be for the erection of a new schoolhouse at Walnut Hill and one at Goodnight. Plans are and specifications may be had by calling the superintendent's office. So, hey, we were needing some schools, one out there at Walnut Hill and one over at Goodnight. Got to build them. Come get the specs and build them for the school, Sam.
Progress.
Exactly right. Need it to happen. All right, this story, I enjoy the way this was written. Just don't think of it this way. This day in 1929, Sheriff Matthews and his deputies captured
190 gallons of beer. Sounds like the beer itself was on the lam. On the run. But anyway, the sheriff, Mr. Matthews there, he and his deputies captured 190 gallons of beer. This was on the Al Lawrence farm on Buck Creek Saturday evening and Sunday evening. So the second visit they made, they took along a big bloodhound belonging to Mr. Travis Taylor. The bloodhound picked up the trail where the beer was found and followed it to the home of Frank Payne. Some arrests will probably be made this week. So what do you think happened there? Did Mr. Frank Payne come over and just get a couple of beers, or did he have something to do with the distribution of that based on the nose of the bloodhounds?
And that would be interesting to know the rest of the story, and maybe that will come up as the weeks go on.
And the other question is, how did Mr. Taylor's bloodhound get so good at sniffing beer? That also could be an interesting investigation. 1929 it was. All right, we got a 1939, and for the benefit of those folks watching on Facebook Live and on YouTube, there's a technical issue with the plant board's video today. We'll get that back, but we have a couple of pictures here. 1939, the Trigg Theatre, downtown Glasgow, showing at the Trigg Theatre on Saturday. It's Gold Mine in the Sky. Now, Sam Terry has provided us with a picture here for our Facebook Live viewers and our YouTube viewers. Excuse me, Sam. The Trigg, it's one of those buildings that, you know how some buildings change and they say, well, this is where it was. It doesn't look like it. This one does look like what's there now in large part. Don't you agree?
It does. Very, very similar.
Indeed it is. So come down to the Trigg Theatre and watch Gold Mine in the Sky with Gene Autry and Smiley Burnett, along with Carol Hughes and the Golden West Cowboys, too. Also, there's going to be a comedy, and the title of this comedy is So Does an Auto. I'd like to see that. On Sunday and Monday, it's the Secret Service of the Air with Ronald Reagan, John Little, and Isla Rhodes. So I think it can be said, in addition to this really neat-looking building we have here on the screen, the Trigg Theatre hosted some excellent entertainment down there, too, with these big names, big stars, and a little comedy in there, too, Sam.
Absolutely, and the Trigg, of course, was our second movie theater in Glasgow. The first was The Lion, which was located in the same spot and was originally started by a gentleman from Syria.
Oh, okay.
And they later closed, and the Trigg took over as our second movie house before the Plaza came along.
That was big doings back in the day. You know, there's a whole lot of, you had to have a big building to do it, and, coming up with the material to display probably took some work, too. So, some persistence, though, and it worked out.
One of Glasgow's great musicians, Durwood Haynes, came to Glasgow, brought his family here to become the organist at the Trigg Theatre, and he played all of the sound accompaniments to go with the original silent movies in those years, and was quite a talented person. And I've heard from older folks who remember witnessing Mr. Haynes providing the sound effects that it was as good as the movie, just to watch what he was going to do to create the sound.
I knew of Mr. Haynes and was around him a little bit. I know a whole lot of folks around here benefited from his ability as being a piano teacher. No telling how many folks learned to play piano through his instruction, too. Says
Very
here,
talented.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
A very talented fellow. We were fortunate to have him in Glasgow.
1949 this day, King's Steakhouse on the North Jackson Highway, operated by Mr. and Ms. Darrell King, will be sold at public auction on March the 8th. This popular eating place has enjoyed a flourishing business for nearly 3 years, and the reason for the Kings disposing of the property is due to Mrs. King's health. So that's kind of a sad ending to what apparently was a very popular place out there. King's Steakhouse, 1949, sold at auction. 1959, we got a picture of a famous Glaswegian. Actually, this is, we're going to talk about Mr. Julian Goodman. I've got a picture here in the Republican of Julian Goodman standing beside Richard Nixon. Now, on the screen, you've provided us with a picture of Julian Goodman and a couple of other fellas right there having a real good discussion. Well, one of the greatest satisfactions of being a hometowner is that of staying on the job and occasionally having the opportunity of reporting the attainments of a native son in his chosen profession. And this past week here in 1959, this week we have just such an opportunity in reporting the installation of Julian Goodman, the son of C.A. Goodman Sr., as president of the Radio and Television Correspondents Association at the 15th annual dinner last Saturday. Mr. Goodman is the vice president of NBC Radio and Television. He began his career with NBC in the early 1940s. A distinguished journalist, distinguished broadcaster, hanging out with some people, too. We'll show you another picture here in a couple of decades here, Sam, about some other things that Mr. Julian Goodman is famous for.
Well, and it's also interesting to note that just a year after this news item, Julian Goodman was the producer of the second Kennedy-Nixon presidential debate that was broadcast on television, of course. And he ultimately became president of NBC in the mid-1960s and had quite an illustrious career. Certainly one of our hometown heroes.
No question about it, and one that, but just a really easy guy to sit down and talk to. And he's, excellent. He carried on excellent conversation, and that ability probably took him very far in his chosen career, would you say?
I think so.
This day in 1969, this was a big day. This was a banner day, a hallmark day. This is the day it was announced that R.R. Donnelley & Sons will open temporary headquarters at 1943 Donnelley Drive, which then was known as County Road number 115. Rodney K. Whittles is the personnel manager. So R.R. Donnelley getting cranked up, opening up temporary headquarters, 1969. There's some history for you, Sam. And a lot of tradition. And a lot of lives changed and a lot of families built through having that wonderful facility here.
Certainly is. We're a better place thanks to our Donnelley locating here.
A lot of memories, a lot of just a whole lot of positive things here for sure. Now let's go to 1979. One more time we're going to revisit Julian Goodman. This was the day in 1979. There was a great big photo, I don't know which magazine this was in, but Glasgow native Julian Goodman, who worked his way up at NBC from a news writer to the president, and then board chairman, will retire May the 31st. Now, this was about the time, I don't know what the date of this was. One of the big accomplishments that Julian Goodman did was he worked out a way to hold on to Johnny Carson as a proprietary part of the NBC repertoire. And Mr. Johnny Carson was the very first entertainer to be retained for $1 million salary. What about that? Wonder what the talk was about that.
I would say that people couldn't even imagine someone earning $1 million as an entertainer. But Julian Goodman saw the potential there and what it meant, and he made the deal happen.
And it paid off, and it was a smart move indeed. I'm sure those guys, you think about those two guys sitting down telling some tales, I'm sure that there were some fun times there when those two guys sat down and talked. And, of course, I'm sure that Johnny liked the conversation just because of that $1 million deal. I still like to watch on the Antenna TV those old Tonight shows because, no matter how good we get, sometimes you can't replicate that type of entertainment for sure. 1989. This day, now open Travelers Food Plaza on Highway 90 next to Goodman Olds Cadillac Nissan. Now, this is 1989. This was in the, really, Sam, you think about it, this was one of those big kind of a travel plaza thing there. That was an early time for those to have such, food and gas and all that sort of stuff out there. And it was a nice facility, and it still does well to this very day. But having opened this day in 1989. 1999, a sad day. Those of us who knew him and benefited from knowing him, this was the day the funeral services were set for the owner and president of Pride Engineering, Mr. Modi Compton Estes. Modi, a good fellow to talk to and involved in a lot of things, but we had to have his funeral here this day in 1999, Sam. And let's look at 2009. We have, does history repeat itself? This day in 2009, the big story in the Barron County Progress and the Glasgow Daily Times, the Barron County Trojanettes are the 15th District Girls Champs. One more piece to the tradition, Sam. It's in the history books from 10 years ago today. We'll see where the next week or so goes.
Well, it's going to be going to some interesting places from what I've read so far.
That's right.
We'll look forward to it.
Exactly so. All right, I'm going to play the archive theme song. Would you like to add anything else? You've added a lot with these. Picture of the Trig. Those are some nice little vehicles parked outside of that Trig, too. And then, of course, the Julian Goodman story, which is a great story. All right, Sam, we'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Have a great day.
You too. Sam Terry, local historian, local man about town, and the guy who knows a whole lot about the archives. And we'll certainly enjoy having him as a part of our day tomorrow. Here on the archives, it is 6:57.
Money may not grow on trees, but it does grow at Citizens First. Hi, I'm Dana Chapman, branch manager at our Glasgow Southgate branch. We have a checking account at Citizens First that earns you real interest on your money, more than most CDs. Our Platinum Plus checking account. Our staff makes moving your account to Citizens First simple and seamless by helping you through the process. We're committed to a brighter future for both you and our community. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Stop by today to open your Platinum Plus account. Member FDIC.
This is Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ. I invite you, live today in light of this. If then you've been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. And when Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you, sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these, the wrath of God is coming. This is the Word of God, Colossians 3, verses 1 through 6. Please consider these things and meditate upon them, even now.
Those warm weather months are nice, but for some people it doesn't matter what the weather is. They have to go to work. And if that's you, you know how important footwear is to the daily grind. So as Kaylee says, come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, just down from Houchins Grocery. Look for the Red Wing sign. It's a shoe store designed to give you a personal experience to find the right shoe that fits your feet, your work needs, whether it be steel toe or waterproof. The Albrights are known and trusted for these very reasons. That's the Quick Stop Shoe Store across from Swifties on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 until 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Hello, I'm Todd Lockett, ag lender with South Central Bank. When I made the choice to join the South Central Bank team, I was blown away by our commitment to customer service and relationship banking. At South Central Bank, we work hard to cultivate trust and respect. The vision of the Bell family has grown from one single location to 29 convenient locations, each equipped to handle any of your needs, from cashing a check to buying your dream home or starting your business or farming operation. I would love the opportunity to gain your business and show you why South Central Bank is filled with people you can count on. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Clouds starting to come on in. Temperatures are up just a little bit. Can't rule out maybe a couple of snow flurries. Tonight, I think a cold rain will be developing. We'll fall back to about 34 degrees. There could be a little bit of snow to the north. Then rain early tomorrow, then showers tomorrow afternoon up to 47. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms. And we'll get into the low 60s on Saturday. Then a cold front will go on through. And it'll dry us out on Sunday, but temperatures will stay in the low 60s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Traveling north on I-65, you might run into a couple of snow flurries up there. That's all we understand is happening up there, but it is showing up on the constant coverage and studio radar screen. Still hanging steady to 30 degrees from WCLU. The colder air has arrived. Are you ready at home to deal with the colder air? Glasgow Building Supply is ready to help you with a quality Eden Pure heater. Keep your home warm with the efficiency of the Eden Pure. It comes in the low-profile version or the tower version with the new and improved copper XH hybrid heat technology. Available in walnut and in maple, and available in the low-profile and the tower size. Come to Glasgow Building Supply. You will see how inexpensive heating your home can be. That's Glasgow Building Supply on 31E Bypass in Glasgow. As temperatures go down, warm up the Kentucky way with a nice glass of bourbon. Barren River Beverages has been voted best liquor store with the best selection of beer and wine in Barren County. We specialize in over 300 unique and rare bourbons, plus a wide selection of wines and over 400 domestic and craft beers. Barren River Beverages is located off exit 14 of the Cumberland Parkway, offering weekly wine and bourbon tastings. 1660.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Each from 2 till 5 at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow. Did I tell you that Zach McDaniel is 19? I need to jump in here and tell you about that. Zach McDaniel is 19. I'll double check a couple of other sources right here, but we need to move forward and get the trivia contest rolling right here. And somebody's going to win a big pizza from Little Caesars. Maybe your choice of I believe it's pepperoni or sausage, and a large at that. Just for answering the question I'm going to ask you here in 30 seconds.
We want pretzel crust! We want
Pretzel crust fans, rejoice because it's back. By popular demand, Little Caesars large, soft pretzel crust pizza featuring a creamy cheddar cheese sauce, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend surrounded by a delicious salted soft pretzel crust for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 and only $6 from the home of pretzel crust pizza, Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax.
Here we go with the question. Why don't you come on in here with the answer? 651-9149-800-956-1023. Aboard what spacecraft was the last time a human being left the Earth's orbit? Aboard what spacecraft was the last time a human being left the Earth's orbit? 651-9149-800-956-1023. Everybody thinks they know. Wonder if they do.
Bottle of lemon.
It's not right. Trivia.
The Endeavor.
No, it's not right. Aboard what spacecraft was the last time a human being left the Earth's orbit? Trivia.
Scott Kelly.
No, it's not right. We're looking for a spacecraft. Trivia.
The Atlantis.
No, it's not right. Aboard what spacecraft was the last time a human being left the Earth's orbit? Trivia.
Challenger.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
The Challenger.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Apollo 17.
That's it. Who's this speaking?
Wow. Mark Woodcock.
Mark, what are you doing?
Trying to get the old brain working this morning.
Now, what's the wow part there, son?
Well, I'm just tried to go back into the 70s.
Yeah, well, you know, we had lots of good spacecraft. I wrote down Mark Woodcraft.
There you go.
I'm thinking of spacecraft and woodcock. Hold on here. So, you know, when you come pick this up, it's Mark Woodcraft. Anyway, okay. Apollo 17, that's right. Of course, that was the last time that we had a rocket that shot us out of what they call Earth's lower orbit. Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, that of course, that's the last time that man went to the moon. So that's the reason why. And, of course, Apollo 17 is kind of a really interesting movie about Apollo 17, too. So we know a lot about Apollo 17, at least from the standpoint of the movies goes. But nonetheless, it is true. And that was in 1972.
Yep, 1972 or 73.
Yeah.
That was right in there.
Yeah. But that was the last time that a man left the Earth's orbit, 1972, Apollo 17. We'll send you out for a delicious pizza at Little Caesars there, Mark. And
it's been a little water over the dam since then, hasn't it?
It has been quite a bit. Well, like pretty much
the bridge or somewhere.
Most of our lives, you know.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But you know, it was such a we'll never forget it. That's for sure.
That's right.
We don't know where we were and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, you come by, you go out there and send Mark Woodcraft to the to the Little Caesars for pizza, okay?
All right, buddy.
Okay, see you later, Mark. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Mark Woodcock, that's right. The last vehicle that took a human being out of the Earth's orbit was in 1972, Apollo 17. And we'll play some more tomorrow and see what you know about things, see how much you remember about things. Thanks to Mark, thanks to Little Caesars, and thanks to you for making this an enjoyable part of our day.
CBS News updates. Back in jail, R. Kelly, following a riveting interview on CBS this morning related to charges that he's facing of sex with minors. Here's CBS's Laura Podesta with details of the singer's latest arrest.
Just hours after that emotional interview aired yesterday, R. Kelly was taken into police custody in Chicago for a different crime, not paying his share of child support. Authorities say he must stay in jail until the full amount is paid, but Kelly says the other allegations surrounding him are making it impossible for him to work.
More of that riveting CBS interview with R. Kelly will air today on CBS this morning, along with interviews of a couple of women who live with him. They defend him. Asriel Clary is one of them.
This is all lies for money. And if you can't see that, you're ignorant and you're stupid.
Detroit police now investigating accusations made by a woman there that Kelly raped her when she was 13. CBS News Update. I'm Jim Taylor.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Have you been putting off buying a new vehicle? Well, Bailey Gibson in Glasgow says the wait is over. Just announced, and for a limited time, GM is extending supplier pricing to every customer, plus cash allowance on all 2018 and 2019 Buicks and GMC cars and SUVs in stock. What's the bottom line? Pick out your next Buick, GMC, or SUV from the huge in-stock inventory at Bailey Gibson, and you'll get up to 16% off MSRP on all cars and SUVs in stock. Couldn't get any simpler. Don't miss out. Come to Bailey Gibson Buick GMC, 306 Happy Valley Road, Glasgow.
For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. The Glasgow Police Department is hosting a car seat safety check this afternoon. The safety check will include installation of existing child safety seats by a certified technician, and expectant mothers may receive a new child safety seat if needed. The mother or child must be present. The check will be at the Glasgow Fire Department Station 2. It's located at 130-130 Cross Street in Glasgow off of the 31E bypass. Last Monday, the Kentucky State Police Post 3 Bowling Green received a call from the Warren County Sheriff's Department requesting assistance with an investigation of a two-vehicle injury collision. The collision had occurred on Russellville Road involving a passenger car and pickup truck and took place near the Logan County line in the Rockfield community of Warren County. A preliminary investigation revealed that Jeffrey Klein, 49, of Bowling Green, was operating a 2007 Chevrolet pickup while traveling eastbound on Russellville Road. Klein's vehicle was towing a tandem axle trailer. Malia Duncan, 36, of Russellville, was operating a 2010 Nissan Murano SUV and was also traveling eastbound on Russellville Road. Duncan's vehicle approached from behind, striking the rear of Klein's trailer and its contents. Upon impact, the SUV crossed both eastbound lanes, entering the median, coming to final rest in the left westbound travel lane of Russellville Road. The pickup came to final rest near the right shoulder of the eastbound lane. On Tuesday, March 5, 2019, at 12:38 in the afternoon, Malia Duncan, 36, of Russellville, succumbed to her injuries sustained in the motor vehicle collision. She was pronounced deceased at the hospital by doctors with TriStar Skyline Medical Center. The investigation continues and is being conducted by Trooper Kevin Mayfield and Trooper Daniel Pretty with KSP Post 3. Teacher protests in Kentucky appear to be continuing as the state's largest school district shut down because of too many absences. Jefferson County Public Schools closed Wednesday because the district said it did not have enough substitutes to cover the large number of teachers who called in sick. Last week, Jefferson County was one of 6 districts that closed after a grassroots education advocacy group urged teachers to call in sick. But Wednesday, the group Kentucky 120 United said it had not asked for teachers to protest. The Jefferson County Teachers Association also said it did not ask teachers to call in sick. Educators are concerned about several bills in the legislature, including scholarship tax credits for private schools and changing who manages the pension fund. Jefferson County Public Schools is closed today as well. Months after a Kentucky high school student was vilified following his interaction with a Native American protester, the state legislature is advancing a bill that would make it a crime to publish personal information of a child online with the intent to harass or intimidate. A Kentucky State Senate committee approved Senate Bill 240 on Wednesday. It would make it a misdemeanor to publish minors' information, such as a home address or the school they attend, known as doxing. 3 Democrats voted against the bill, citing concerns it would violate freedom of speech. In January, 16-year-old Covington Catholic High School student Nick Sandman was targeted after his interaction with a Native American protester was posted online. Sandman's father, Ted, told lawmakers his family is living in a nightmare. It is 7:13, 30 degrees here at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news after this break.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry, I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
In more news, out of Frankfort, the pilot rollout of Kentucky's new secure driver's licenses, spearheaded by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, is scheduled to begin in early April in Franklin and Woodford counties. A phased county-by-county rollout extending to the remaining 118 counties will begin 2 to 3 weeks later and conclude within a 2-month period. The altered schedule will not impact the benefits Kentuckians can access using their current driver's license, thanks to a federal extension from the Department of Homeland Security that allows airport security checkpoints and military bases to accept existing card versions for U.S. air travel and entry. During the testing phase, every combination of a potential applicant's unique considerations are run to ensure the process is operational for the clerks and card vendor. Examples such as age, veteran designation, card version, commercial driver, citizenship, etc. The system demands a high level of customization to factor in Kentucky law and cabinet policies. In early April, Circuit Court clerk offices in Franklin and Woodford counties will receive new equipment and begin offering new card versions to county residents who are within their renewal period. Additional counties may be added to the pilot phase if necessary. The remaining county-by-county schedule will be announced in April. Kentuckians are encouraged to prepare for the changes by gathering, updating, and requesting required documentation if they plan to apply for a voluntary travel ID card version. More information can be found at drive.ky.gov/confidentky. A Kentucky zoo is closed while engineers study a newly discovered sinkhole nearly as large as a football field. Louisville Zoo spokesperson Kyle Shepard told news outlets the sinkhole was found Wednesday in an undeveloped area away from any zoo animals. She said no people or animals were reported injured and no buildings were damaged. Louisville Metro Emergency Services Director Jody Myman says officials estimate the sinkhole is about 50 yards by 85 yards, 45 meters by 75 meters, and about 50 feet, which is 15 meters, deep in spots. The nearby Louisville Mega Cavern also said Wednesday it is temporarily closed because of a 3.4 earthquake reported Tuesday in neighboring Tennessee. Officials said they haven't determined whether the earthquake caused the sinkhole. Myman says causes could include rain or natural occurrences underground. And by a vote of 16 to 1, the House Judiciary Committee has voted along bipartisan lines to approve a measure that would make Kentucky the 34th state in the nation to legalize medical marijuana. House Bill 136, sponsored by Representative Diane St. Ong of Fort Wright and Representative Jason Neems of Louisville, is aimed at helping Kentuckians find relief from the pain often associated with chronic illnesses. The measure is the product of numerous compromises and discussions with a broad range of stakeholders. Notably, the bill no longer allows consumption of medical marijuana by smoking. It also prohibits the home grow element formerly in the legislation, which would allow up to 6 plants to be cultivated by patients themselves, and establishes a list of qualified medical conditions to provide guidelines for a recommendation. According to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, 4 out of 5 people who try heroin started with prescription opioids. Other studies have shown that states with legalized medical marijuana see prescription painkiller overdose rates at 25% lower than states who do not have legalized medical marijuana. Neither Neems nor St. Ong support the legalization of marijuana for recreational purposes. Under the terms of the legislation, the use of medical marijuana would be regulated by the Public Protection Cabinet. The bill now advances to the full House of Representatives for consideration. It has 43 co-sponsors, including members from both parties. This has been Brennan Crane with WCLU News. It's 7:19, 30 degrees here at WCLU.
Hey, I found $1 in my jacket pocket.
Ooh, a whole $1. How are you going to spend this windfall?
What's something that costs $1?
You can buy me a donut.
Hey, this is my dollar.
Or what about a fidget spinner?
I think I'll pass. I guess $1 won't get you much these days.
Or
you
can get a shiny new smartphone from Bluegrass Cellular.
That's funny. It sounded like you said I could get a new smartphone for just $1.
You can. Bluegrass Cellular has great smartphones starting at just $1 per month.
$1? We can hook up the whole family at that price.
And with the Essential Plan, the 4 of us can get new phones, unlimited data, talk, and text for just $31 per month, per line, for 4 lines. Hey, where are you going?
To check my other pockets. I'm going to get us new smartphones. And maybe that donut for you.
Sweet! Restrictions apply. Stop by a Bluegrass Cellular location or visit online to learn more. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Money may not grow on trees, but it does grow at Citizens First. Hi, I'm Candy Wethington, branch manager at our Glasgow West Cherry branch. We have a checking account at Citizens First that earns you real interest on your money, more than most CDs. Our Platinum Plus checking account. Our staff makes moving your account to Citizens First simple and seamless by helping you through the process. We're committed to a bright future for both you and our community. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Stop by today to open your Platinum Plus account, member FDIC.
Have you been putting off buying a new vehicle? Well, Bailey Gibson in Glasgow says the wait is over. Just announced, and for a limited time, GM is extending supplier pricing to every customer, plus cash allowance on all 2018 and 2019 Buicks and GMC cars and SUVs in stock. What's the bottom line? Pick out your next Buick, GMC, or SUV from the huge in-stock inventory at Bailey Gibson, and you'll get up to 16% off MSRP on all cars and SUVs in stock. Couldn't get any simpler. Don't miss out. Come to Bailey Gibson Buick GMC, 306 Happy Valley Road, Glasgow.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Glasgow High School Chorus will be presenting Guys and Dolls this weekend with performances on Friday and Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2. The price of tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Advance tickets can be purchased online at ghsmusical.ludus.com or at the door the day of the performance. For all students, homework help will be offered every Tuesday and Thursday morning starting at 7 a.m. If you would like help with study skills organization, test preparation, or completing an assignment in any subject, this is for you. Tuesday morning sessions will be held in room 225 with Miss Schuler, and Thursday morning sessions will be held in room 118 with Miss Stahl. Sign-ups for volleyball are on Miss Wilson's door. Please sign up if you plan to try out for volleyball next year. Open gym schedules will be out soon. You must have a KHS AA physical on file to participate in open gym. There will be a parent meeting tonight at 5 in the cafeteria for track. Congratulations to the Lady Scotties for their win over Russell County in the first round of the region tournament. Unfortunately, their season came to an end as they lost to Bowling Green on Monday night. Congratulations to Amanda Lee, KJ Hughes, and Ashanti Gore for being selected to the 4th Region All-Tournament team. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Jefferson County Public Schools, Oldham, and Bullitt County Schools have announced they will be closed today due to a high number of teacher absences. It's the second time this week JCPS canceled classes due to a teacher shortage. The absences are part of an ongoing protest by teachers following changes lawmakers are trying to make to the state education system. Meanwhile, Governor Matt Bevin not fond of the teacher sickouts. The governor is speaking on a Kentucky radio show Wednesday.
It's so irresponsible that we're not putting the parents and the children first, and it's unfortunate. But this is what happens when people are afraid that their power is threatened. They'll do anything to preserve it, and I think they're overplaying their hand.
Last night, Bevin tweeted in response to the sickouts, quote, "Tomorrow is a school day in Kentucky. School children should be in school learning." A bill to legalize medical marijuana in Kentucky has won initial committee approval after lawmakers heard emotional testimony from people battling chronic pain and difficult medical conditions. Eric Crawford is a quadriplegic.
I choose to use cannabis as medicine instead of addictive opioids and other dangerous pharmaceuticals for my constant pain and ungodly muscle spasms.
The bill, which would make marijuana legal in Kentucky for medical purposes only, cleared the House Judiciary Committee with bipartisan support. And a Bullitt County deputy jailer is joining inmates behind bars.
Jail staff received information from inmates that 22-year-old Wesley Burris had contraband on him. Burris was confronted when he arrived at work and later admitted to having contraband hidden in his boot. That included a pipe used for smoking meth, a cut-off straw containing meth, and a lighter. Burris is now charged with promoting contraband, possession of a controlled substance, wanton endangerment, possession of drug paraphernalia, and public intoxication. I'm Haley Hansen.
I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network. Another twist on an old scam. Don't fall for this new Publishers Clearinghouse scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamblin, has more.
Consumers are receiving phone calls saying they've won tons of money in a new car. All the consumer has to do is purchase a prize registration license. The scammer will end up with your bank or credit card information. Don't fall for it. For substantial winnings, the Real Publishers Clearinghouse will knock on your door. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
You know, for visiting teams, the trip to the home court of the Big Blue usually ends in disaster. But for every disaster that happens off the court or field, call the fire, water, cleanup, and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. That's where you'll find the team that's faster to any size disaster, thanks to 27 locations across Kentucky. So when fire or water threatens your home or business, call on the Big Green Vans. It's 1-800-SERVE-PRO. That's SERVPRO or ServePro.com. Go Big Blue.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Let's turn to local sports. The boys' Sweet 16 got underway yesterday at Rupp Arena in Lexington. Exciting contest all throughout the day yesterday. Probably the big upset yesterday was Campbell County defeating John Hardin 61-60. Other contests, it was Louisville Trinity over Johnson Central 70-28. Walton Verona down Knox Central 76-54. And Ashland Paul Blazer downing Owensboro by a final of 58-60. The action resumes today, starting off at about 11 o'clock this morning. Butler out of Louisville takes on Perry County Central, and that'll be followed by Covington Catholic against Scott County. And then in the evening session, tonight's Lincoln County versus Madisonville North Hopkins. And out of our own 4th region, Warren Central will take on Mayfield in the nightcap tonight. That'll be about 7:45. And, of course, we have each and every game of the boys' tournament and the girls' tournament here on WCLU. Be sure and join us for all the action. That's the Check of Sports.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center, brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
Clouds starting to come on in. Temperatures are up just a little bit, and I can't rule out maybe a couple of snow flurries based on what I'm seeing on radar this morning to our northwest. Best chance may be to our north, but anyway, nothing should accumulate. Then it gets tricky tonight. I think a cold rain will be developing. We'll fall back to about 34 degrees. There could be a little bit of snow to the north. We mentioned that yesterday. Then rain early tomorrow, then showers tomorrow afternoon up to 47. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms as a stronger system approaches, so it's actually two separate systems. And we'll get into the low 60s on Saturday, then a cold front will go on through. And it'll dry us out on Sunday, but temperatures will stay in the low 60s. More clouds, day and sun, mid-50s by Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. 7:29. We have, let's see, look at the current conditions here. The barometer is at 30.38. Winds are calm this morning for the most part. 81% humidity. No precip, but just to the north of us here on the WCLU Constant Coverage in-studio radar screen, we're seeing some things you could drive into along about Elizabethtown on north up toward Shepherdsville this morning. Just factor that in, and it's sort of really on the radar. It looks like somewhere between freezing rain and snowfall. I'm not sure what it'll be when you get there, but there's something up there. Let's factor that in, shall we? 30 degrees. The weather brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board.
When we build furniture, we build it to last.
This furniture is an heirloom, and it's meant to be loved and used and then passed down to the next generation.
Every single piece of furniture in our collection is designed right here in our hometown of Laurel, Mississippi, and then it's built here in the United States by over 600 men and women in Virginia.
We're incredibly proud of this furniture, and we just can't wait for you to experience it in your own home.
LMCO Home and Scotsman American Heirloom.
Available exclusively at Ford's Furniture.
It's a super simple way to save when you take advantage of the Early Bird Hibachi Special at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow. Every afternoon from 2 until 5, you can enjoy steak and chicken, or steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp for just $15 each. So many ways to take advantage of this Early Bird Special, from family outings to office meetings to just getting ahead of the crowd. The Early Bird Hibachi Special, steak and chicken, steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp, just $15 each from 2 till 5 at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Indeed, it's a fun place. They specialize in fun at Ralphie's Fun Center. If you don't know that by now, go find out what you're missing at Ralphie's. Okay. Let me get the paperwork over here. Let me get to the anniversary side, because we've added some anniversaries here I want to make you aware of. Today is the 32nd wedding anniversary for Todd and Donna Gray. That is Todd and Donna Gray. Happy number 32th to the Grays today. Robert and Tanya Clapp have a wedding anniversary. Actually, I just saw Todd and Donna Gray on there. Again, I didn't have the 32 part, but now I do, so we're in good shape. Number 32 for Todd and Donna. We got Stephen and Lori Sloan. They are celebrating, can you believe it, their 20th wedding anniversary today. Birthdays. How about a birthday for Miss Anissa Carver Pendleton? She's celebrating this morning. We also have the birthday of Zach McDaniel. We understand that Zach is 19 today. Kelly Milan has a birthday today. Her hubby Bill called up to make sure that Miss Kelly was on the birthday list for today. Jane Britt has a birthday. Bonnie Hayes. Bonnie's 63. Destiny Gaskin, Destiny's 15, and Mommy and Poppy called up. I think I got those names right. Wishing Destiny a happy 15th birthday today. Betty Coulter celebrates. Jackie Smith. Ellie Collier is 10. Sybil Kidd has a birthday. Cindy Dillahay. Sharon Post has a birthday. Lucille Elmore is turning, is turning 90 today. That's right. Lucille Elmore is 90 today. Now, Nick Woodcock has a birthday today. Not Nick Woodcraft. His daddy will know what I'm talking about. Nick Woodcock has a birthday today, too. Right on the list, just off of the press. So we got that one on there. And there's room for more. 6519149, 800-956-1023. Online, we are here for you at WCLU. Radio.com. 733, 31 degrees. That is moving in the right direction for sure.
You don't have to know the mechanics of how your car works. You just have to know mechanics who do. That's the story of Haywood Sales and Service. From a small engine repair center, Haywood Sales and Service has blossomed into a popular place for trusted vehicle service and repairs with ASE certified mechanics. They're your source for Cooper and Mastercraft tires for any vehicle. Pros who provide dependable service. Pros who won't overcharge you and who want your business. That's Haywood Sales and Service on Finney Road at Haywood. Discuss your needs at 270-814-1068.
Good morning, friends. How much does God love us? Let's put it like this. Even after generations of people had spit in his face, God still loved them. After a nation of chosen people had stripped him naked and ripped his holy flesh, he still died for them. And even today, after billions have chosen to prostitute themselves before the pimps of power and fame and wealth, he still waits for them. Only God could love like that. How much does God love us? Enough to give us the chance to make life's greatest choice. Think about it. There may be many things in life we can't choose. We can't choose the weather. We can't choose the economy. We can't choose whether or not we're born with a big nose or blue eyes or curly hair. But we can choose where we spend eternity, because God loves us enough to leave the big choices to us. How much does God love us? Enough to give us the victory if we choose it. Now what will it be? God or the golden calf? Jesus or Barabbas? Light or darkness? Heaven or hell? The choice is ours. Thank God. For the Refuge Church of Christ, this has been Danny White, inviting you to come worship the God of love with us.
This is Elizabeth Downing, and I ask you to consider letting Time Savers assist with whatever kind of care you need. Preventive care to help make sure you don't land in the hospital. Recuperative care to help you bounce back from illness, injury, or joint replacement. Full hands-on care. Respite care. Dementia care. At Time Savers, we're good at all of these. Don't know what you need? Let us help you figure out the puzzle. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. We're here to listen, to understand, and to help.
Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 until 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future. Well, let's see here. We've been a little bit wild here, adding some more birthdays to the list. Let me tell you about Kim Milan. That's Kim Milan. We understand Kim is from Summershade, Kentucky, and we've gotten a call to wish Kim Milan a happy birthday today. Nick Woodcock, I got Nick, didn't I? How about Joseph Baxter? Joseph, I understand, is 16 today. Happy 16th to Joseph Baxter. And Javion Knuckles. Javion, your nana called up to wish Javion Knuckles a happy 5th birthday today. Now we're caught up for sure. And don't forget we are patting on the back today by special request. It's the Barron County High School Trojanettes basketball team day. Yeah, a week from today they're going to be playing in the Sweet 16. So let's spend a week of celebration here by giving words of encouragement, patting on the back, letting them know they're good as gold. All of the Barron County High School Trojanettes from their friends here at WCLU. And a little taste of Texas 736.
Saving money on feeding your family at McDonald's has never been so easy. Getting everything in 30 seconds will be. Here's what we have. For $1, you can get a sausage burrito, McChicken sandwich, cheeseburger, or any size soft drink. For $2, you can get a sausage McGriddle, 2-piece buttermilk crispy tenders, bacon McDouble, or a small McCafe. And for $3, a sausage egg McMuffin, classic chicken sandwich, triple cheeseburger, and a Happy Meal. Just $3 at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Excludes hot and iced coffee. So many great options, so little money. That's the $1, $2, and $3 menu at McDonald's.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Let me tell you about a couple of things that you need to know about this morning. The Glasgow-Barron County Retired Teachers Association is going to meet at 10:30 at the Barron County Innovation Zone. Guest speaker is going to be Margaret Sims, the KRTA Health Insurance Co-Chair. Very timely, very topical, and come out to that meeting today at 10:30. And also as a part of the meeting, the winner of the local grandparent essay contest will be recognized. Let's see. We also know about the Glasgow Police Department this morning. We've been having this on the news. Actually, it's this afternoon. We had it on the news this morning, but it's this afternoon. Glasgow PD hosting car seat safety check today. Glasgow Fire Department Station number 2, which is there at 130 Cross Street, just off the bypass, from 3 until 5 today. Now, car seats, you can look at them and they might be simple looking, but you got to have them installed the right way for them to be effective. And out at the fire department out there, the police department's going to be helping you understand how to get those car seats in right, because the way they are installed makes a difference, and they can, help you. Sometimes it's a challenge for me sometimes. I'm going to go out there and try to learn some tricks too. 3 till 5 today. And there's going to be a benefit luncheon auction for Greg McGuire this Saturday at the Austin Tracy Lions Club out at Thomason Park down in beautiful Dry Fork, Kentucky. It's going to be shoulder plates with sides and hot dog plates, and lunch starts at 1 o'clock and a live auction at 2. What are they auctioning? Well, they got guns, assorted baskets, a coach autographed UK basketball and football. All proceeds going to stem cell therapy for Greg.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Those are the words of the great 19th century playwright Oscar Wilde, and those words are still true as it relates to where you fill your prescriptions, get fit for medical devices, and purchase gifts for holidays and special occasions. I'm Robert Oliver, pharmacist and owner of the Glasgow Prescription Center in the Southgate Plaza, and I proudly and unapologetically would like to state that there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center. Growing up in this community, I've seen many pharmacists come and go, and being active and serving in our Chamber of Commerce, I can also say proudly that I believe our future is bright. That's why I've invested in having the best facilities and continue to invest in having a staff that represents the quality of service Glasgow Prescription Center has strived for since 1970 and continues to deliver today. So as the decades pass and the landscape of our community changes, you can guarantee there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center, and while we're subject to imitation, you'll never find a duplication of our commitment to you and our hometown.
Hey, I found $1 in my jacket pocket.
Ooh, a whole $1. How are you going to spend this windfall?
What's something that costs $1?
You could buy me a donut.
Hey, this is my dollar.
Or what about a fidget spinner?
I think I'll pass. I guess $1 won't get you much these days.
Or you can get a shiny new smartphone from Bluegrass Cellular.
That's funny. It sounded like you said I could get a new smartphone for just $1.
You can. Bluegrass Cellular has great smartphones starting at just $1 per month.
$1? We can hook up the whole family at that price.
And with the Essential Plan, the 4 of us can get new phones, unlimited data, talk, and text for just $31 per month, per line, for 4 lines. Hey, where are you going?
To check my other pockets. I'm going to get us new smartphones. And maybe that donut for you.
Sweet! Restrictions apply. Stop by a Bluegrass Cellular location or visit online to learn more. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here having a great conversation with Bobby Lee Hurt. I almost forgot what we were doing, Bobby Lee. I always enjoy talking to you so much. How you doing, Bobby Lee Hurt?
Doing well this morning, Henry. I tell you, it's a beautiful day, and it's hard not to do well.
Look at it, 31 degrees. 31 degrees on the thermometer.
The heat wave, you know.
Can't beat that. And nonetheless, it's a good day to yeah, come up there, and it's a good day to go test drive a vehicle at Hurt Auto Sales because I mean, here's what I'm saying. The inventory continues to shuffle. People continue to find great deals, and you get the inventory replaced and ready to roll again. So if you hadn't been there in a couple of days, you might have missed a whole lot, right?
That's most certainly true, Henry. We just got in a 2011 Toyota Pre-Runner, crew cab, 2-wheel drive. We got it priced for just $15,900.
What's the name of that Toyota what?
Pre-Runner.
Pre-Runner, okay. I'm not familiar. Have you ever had a Pre-Runner before?
This is probably the second one I've had.
Okay.
But I don't expect it to last long.
Yeah, well, it sounds nice, yeah.
Run you around anywhere you want to go.
Yes, sir.
Got a 2005 BMW X3, a nice little SUV, sunroof, leather, loaded up for just $4,900.
All right.
Yeah. You got a Cadillac, a 2014 SRX, sharp-looking ride. We've got it priced for $16,900.
Okay. All right.
And so come in and check that out. And last but not least, got an 07 Pontiac Grand Prix, 4-door sedan. Looks like a new. Looks really good. Mm-hmm. Probably not like a new one, Henry, but hey, for what it is, it looks new. But it's priced for $4,900. So
that's what.
Check us out. Go ahead.
That's one of the amazing things. You know,